Well, surprise, a big release like this kind of flew under the radar. So I just finished Season 2 of American Vandal, and I mean, once again, whoever is behind this, they nail it out. They knock it out of the park again. Well, what's this season about? Well, Peter and Sam from Season 1, they say that because of the press coverage that they got from the first season of American Vandal, that, I mean, this is mainly fictionalized, obviously, that, like, they got a lot of, like, national, like, attention, and Netflix, I know, kind of funny, Netflix actually sent them an email, picked it up for a second season, and they got floods and floods of emails from random people saying, hey, you need to there's a crime here, to solve this. And one of which sticks out, it's from this Catholic school called St. Bernardine, where basically this prankster called the Turd Burglar decides to prank the entire school by basically tainting their lemonade and making them all have the runs. Now, and then basically it's the rest of them trying to figure out kind of who is the Turd Burglar. Now, again, what does this series get right? It gets high school right again. And it touches on some things in high school that the first season didn't touch upon. Like, one of the big things, and this affects mainly like high school now, is that the influence of social media and like kind of social standing in high school. It touches upon that, and that's kind of like the driving force this entire season. Kind of like how people are viewed online, how people's reputations can be ruined from online. A lot of this season has to do with blackmail, and one episode itself is based upon that actually is so true in college, and even in college, and even in high school, more so in college, but still in high school it's also really, really prevalent, is the favoritism towards athletes. Now, I am an athlete. I mean, I was an athlete. I played soccer and ran track in high school, and I played soccer in college. And I mean, this really never happened at my schools that I went to, but I know of it happening where high school seniors who are like nationally known athletes in the school that kind of drive a lot of revenue for a school, they get favored and get to get away with a lot of things that other students wouldn't get to be able to get to. And I like that they touch upon that because that is actually very true. It's exaggerated, obviously, but it's true. And they don't really talk about Season 1 that much. Not like they mention it in passing in the very first episode, but other than that, it's really not mentioned that much. And I kind of like that they really don't really kind of talk about Season 1 like at all. They kind of say, yeah, it happened. This is what we're talking about now. And unlike in the first season, now this is a minor spoiler for Season 1. It's not really doesn't give away anything, but in the first season, they don't exactly say who drew the dicks. They heavily imply who did it, but they don't flat out say who did it. Whereas this season, they tell you, yes, this person is a turd burglar. There's really no mystery behind it. And I like what the season does. It makes you think, oh, could it be this person? Could it be this person? They sway you towards that and give damning evidence that, like, yeah, this actually could be the person that does it. And I like that. I like shows, movies, anything that kind of like sways you towards something and then like jerks you to the other side. It kind of keeps you from guessing, because it's no fun when you can guess, oh, it's obviously that person. And they constantly, like, they have, I mean, in the first episode, they have one person who's, like, the main character outside of Peter and Sam throughout the whole series that is featured throughout every episode. But other characters, they get kind of sprinkled in throughout, and all I can say is, like, I mean, everyone. I mean, every single person could be considered besides Peter and Sam, every person in this season could be considered a suspect. And I like that they do that. Now, what I not like, honestly, this season isn't as funny as last season. Last season was a lot funnier. But the thing is, though, I think the mystery behind this season is more compelling than the first one. Like, it actually is something you want to figure out. Whereas the first season was more focused on proving someone innocent, kind of like To Kill a Mockingbird or something. This one is like, okay, we need to figure out who actually is the person. So, I guess it's kind of a detractor, But this one, like, even though it's a complete joke, it's a mockumentary, so it's not real. And what I think is kind of funny is in the opening sequence, they have the character's name saying, oh, edited by this, directed by this, directed by this. Whereas at the end of the actual episode, they have the actual people who directed it. So, I loved this season. I think, honestly, I liked this season more than the first one. I think this one was better. And, like, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but this series for sure gets a 9 out of 10. I thought it was very fun to watch. Very pulling. Like, they always leave you on a sort of cliffhanger and kind of spring up new clues that make you think, oh, wow, it actually isn't that person. Oh, wow, it might be that person. It might be this person. It's a very well done mystery series. I mean, and it's a comedy mystery series, which makes it even better. And one thing I'm just very surprised about this is that it didn't get a lot of press. Like, not many people knew about it. I only found out because one of my friends on Facebook said, hey, season 2 of American Vandal's on TV. And I'm like, wait, there's a season 2? So yeah, I looked it up, and sure enough, I'm like, this I want to find out, and I want to watch it. So I sat down and watched about 3 episodes yesterday and 5 episodes today. And it was worth it. I cannot recommend this series enough. Alright, thank you everyone for watching my review. If you watched my last one, it is over here. You want to click my face right down below and subscribe, that'd be awesome. I try to upload at least once a week, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!